All right, guys. So today is Wednesday, September 18th. I'm giving y'all another breakdown of my trade reviews for today. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. All right. So today, as you guys can see, looking right here, the market was pretty much consolidating. So we didn't have a clear bias on the 4-hour time frame, right? And if we go down to the hourly time frame, we also was consolidating, so we didn't have any like super clear bias for the day, right? If we look right here, we can see that we have an hourly support level or resistance turn support. So I marked up this level right here above. Let's jump back to the 4-hour really quickly. So we can see this is resistance turn support because we jumped on top of this level. We also have a 4-hour supply above that occurred and wound up playing out. But I just still wanted up, I'm just marking it up just for the narrative and the bigger picture for the day. And we also have another 4-hour liquidity resistance area right here, right? So what's really important right now is the stuff going on in this level, right? We got this 1-hour liquidity resistance and this 4-hour liquidity support stuck in consolidation. So that's what we're gonna focus on, right? Jump down to my 5-minute chart. One of the first things that I want to make sure that I do is mark up London's high, right? So London's high is right here. And I also want to mark up London's low. So I'm gonna do my whole process, while trade breakdown, so it can just make more sense to me when I look back at it. Just what I did for the whole trading session. All right, so these are London's highs and London's lows. I wanted to make sure I mark that up. So let's get into the trade. You guys, I'm like taking my trades until about 9:45ish, 9:50ish, 9:40ish, just so I can give the market enough time to get done. Most of this manipulation, I'm not gonna say, oh, because the market, but I like waiting until like, all right, 9:30 opening candle. We can already see that we got 2 of my criteria in 1 candle, right? So by now, I'm pretty sure if you watch the videos or just me looking at the videos, I know what I'm looking for before I get paid. When I know what I'm doing. So with this first candle, we can see that one of my criteria is already met, which is a liquidity London's high, right? So we got London's liquidity sweep. It's a liquidity sweep because we took highs and we immediately ejected. So that's liquidity sweep right there. And on top of the liquidity sweep, so like a market structure shift, right? So the market is towards the downside. So I'm looking like, okay, bet. I got 2 of my criteria already in 1 candle. Let's wait until 9:40 to see how the narrative is gonna play out. So 9:35, 9:40, 9:45ish. All right, so now we're like 9:45, and I'm looking to take some type of trades. Okay, all I'm waiting on now is a valid break and recess of a key level or a fair value gap. So what I'm gonna do is cut on my indicators, my fair value gap indicators, and my open high, yesterday's low, open, close, whatever. So as we can see, we got a fair value gap sitting right up here between these candles. So I'm looking like, okay, if we get into this fair value gap, which we do, I want to look for a good setup. So we're in that fair value gap, we're in that zone. So I'm going down to my 3-minute chart, and what do I see? What winds up happening, let me see if this is clearer on the 5-minute. I think I did wind up taking this setup on the 5-minute, right? We come down, we get our liquidity sweep, we get our market structure shift, and we get our retest of this fair value gap. So right here, once I see this 5-minute candle, right, we got a strong rejection wick off of a 4-hour liquidity resistance. Let me see if I can make that look a little better. We got that strong rejection wick, so I'm looking like, all right, bet we cooking with grease right here. All right, RIP my granddad, cause he used to say that. But anyway, we got this candle right here, this doji with that rejection wick coming off of that liquidity resistance, that 1-hour liquidity resistance on top of my other 2 criteria. If I see a break a candle, I want to just go ahead and get in. Boom. All right, and I want to aim for a good 1 to 3 because I made it so that we had a tight stop loss right above this candle, or not above that candle, but right above that fair value gap. Right, we get our first push down. And another reason why I took this setup is because if you guys notice, London's liquidity has not been swept or ran through yet. So I figured that the market would want to come down and grab that liquidity. What do you know? We come down, we break this candle, we sweep London's lows, and then we get a strong wick reversal coming right off of this. We get a strong wick reversal coming right off of this level, right off of this 4-hour liquidity resistance turn support. So that was a beautiful setup, 55 pips. Y'all know I like to get at least 50 pips a day, 50 points a day, and I got that. And it also was another setup available and present, but 9 times out of 10, I would have been done for the day. I would have made my $500 and just went on. But let's say we did want to take another setup, right? So at this point, we can also see, just like yesterday, now we're looking for another bullish setup. We have our liquidity sweep of London's lows right here, right? So being that we swept London's lows with that liquidity sweep, we can start looking for the market to try to aim towards this buy side liquidity above, right? Because remember yesterday we went to that buy side liquidity before we chose to tank all the way down, right? So we could have aimed for this buy side liquidity. All right. But if I'm looking for a buy, my first thing is that I got a valid liquidity sweep. So we scale down to the 3-minute, right? And no real market structure shift yet, but we go down to the 1 minute. Can we see a market structure shift? All right, we go down to the 1 minute and we can see that we have a market structure shift right here. That's the one. We got a market structure shift right over here on that 1 minute. Let's keep on playing it out. And now we got a liquidity sweep on London's lows. We got a market structure shift. Now we're going to wait for a valid break and retest of a key level or a fair value gap, right? So let's see what winds up happening. We come back and we retest this whole 4-hour liquidity zone. And if we go down to the 1 minute, we can just see. All right, we retest this level, right? So now, what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on the candle to come back out of this zone, okay? So there we have our fair value gap. We may not get an entry on that one. Here is the fair value gap that I got my entry on. Let me look at the 3 minute, because I can't remember if I would have taken this on a 1 minute or a 3 minute, but I think it was a 1 minute setup. There it is. There's the fair value gap. Okay, cool. So as you guys can see, let me actually move this right here. We got our market structure shift on the 3 minute right here. This is our market structure shift. This is our liquidity sweep of London's lows right over here, right? We retested this fair value gap. My entry would have been right there. Boom. We came down to that fair value gap. And from this point, my target would have been another 50 points. We could have aimed for buy side liquidity, but it may have been overzealous with how the market had been consolidating and there wasn't a clear bias going into the day. So the most safest place to put it would have been at the top of the zone or even at the middle of the zone, right? And if we continue to play this trade out, we can see we just barely grazed our TP for a good 1 to 2. And if we wanted to play it even safer, we could have scaled down to the 1 minute and put our stop below this fair value gap, since this is the fair value gap that we entered on. But 9 times out of 10, I probably would have just left my stop right here below this fair value gap right here, just so I can get a better risk to reward. So as we can see today, what time is it? It's 10:45, and I would have went 2-0 today. For the most part, this would have been a great trading day. Everything that I wanted to see in both of these setups were present. I got a liquidity sweep on London's highs. I got a market structure shift, a valid break and retest of that fair value gap right there that was formed, and boom, I hit my 1 and 2. And then we came right back out on a rebound with a nice little give and go. We came out, we got our market structure shift right here on the 3 minute. We came back down, retested this liquidity pool on top of the fair value gap, and we shot up and came and got that liquidity from the buy side, this buy side liquidity right here. Not this buy side, not quite, but we did take this buy side liquidity right here. So all in all, price, it wasn't as clean as I would have liked it to be because we didn't trend too much in one direction, but we did catch good 100 points combined off of this consolidation. So I think today was a really, really great setup. Let's pay attention. We were also in the middle of London's high. We were also in the middle of yesterday's high and yesterday's low. So it was good to not be overzealous and have too many targets with too many points. Good 50-point day. On a day where we were trending, I probably would have tried to aim for 100 points. But being that we were consolidating, there wasn't any clear bias. I think there was some really safe trades. And yeah, and just for shits and giggles, I guess we can come and show like how the same thing that happened yesterday around 10:45. As soon as I got done trading the market, look how we broke down. We came back and we retested this fair value gap, and look how price tanked. So it is FOMC week. Price is moving crazy. I could have been feeling some type of way about the market going all the way down with these points instead of giving me these little moves that it gave me. But like, a win is a win, and we would have had 2 of them today. We got all of our criteria is met, and I mean, hey, what more can you ask for? Shout out to Nasdaq today. Still not taking no live trades, but I can honestly say this week I have been building up my conviction again. I'm learning to pay attention to my setups and what I've worked on, and to trust my experience and to trust my knowledge and to just trust the lessons that I've learned in the market. So it's been a very, very pivotal week for me, a constructive week. My first week in months not actually trading, so I'm just getting rerouted and my knowledge and regrounded. And it's just been pretty fun this week. I'm not gonna lie. Even without me making any money, I have been doing a pretty good job just learning and trusting my process. So with all that being said, today would have been a day we went 2-0. Really, really clean setups. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day of the week, so hopefully we can end the week off with another dub. And then the week after that, I can try to start my funded account process over again. Hopefully we don't blow this one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.